Luke, kind of a wet end to the second day of practice here. You're having a great year. You're sitting in the top 10 in points. It's kind of like things have been clicking well for you this year. What has been your approach to Chickamauga so far? Have you been looking shallow or you been looking deep?
I've been doing a little bit of both. It's Chickamauga, I've done pretty well in the past. Not spectacular, but I've had some pretty strong finishes, and I don't think I've had a bad finish here, but every time it feels like I'm on the verge of failure. It's like I'm going out and I'm trying stuff throughout the day, and that's kind of how my practice has been too, just trying different stuff. I know the last time we were here, the first day I caught nearly 20 pounds shallow. The second day at noon I had one and ran and fished deep and ended up catching 20 pounds deep. It's just it's a grind to be there at the right time in the right place, and that's really what it's about here for me anyway. It feels like you're getting lucky when you run into them, but that's what you're doing. It's a lot of times it's good timing. There's so much pressure on this lake that you got to be there at the right time when those fish show up and are willing to bite.
And we've heard a lot, Chickamauga, it's not like a Kentucky lake or a Gunnersville where you can kind of spread out. There's a lot of ledges. It fishes really small when you get into that kind of stuff, so you really got to be able to adapt. So do you think kind of the thing to get through, last time we did see guys, Casey Martin won it, fishing a handful of ledges. But do you think you're going to maybe need a combination of both some deep stuff and shallow stuff that you can kind of bounce back and forth as the days change?
That's going to be my plan, based on the weather as much as anything, fishing shallow and deep. And there's points during the day you're going to run around and try getting on these deep places, and there's no room for you to get there. That's the challenge. There's really not many secrets out here.
Sure.
There's probably some one or two fish places that are somewhat secretive, but there's not secret big schools that people are going to find. So, a lot of that you're competing with a lot of other people, and if you can mix in a few other fish throughout the day that are shallow, that's going to help a lot, take a lot of pressure off.
Has there been we talked to Wesley a little while ago, and he said that the grass right now is just not where it was the last time we were here. Is that kind of the same thing you've observed this week?
Yeah, I have. It's really low in most places. It's kind of strange. The duckweed, the bank grass, or the stuff that grows up along the bank there, is actually probably further along than it was last time we were here. But all the milfoil and hydrilla is way behind. So
interesting.
It's kind of interesting that that's the case. You think they'd go hand in hand at the rate they're growing, but that hasn't been true.
Well, man, it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. And I know you're one of the best at kind of sticking your hand in both pots, and we'll see how it goes for you. Good luck, Luke.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.